Is this the best restaurant in Magic Kingdom? With a 4.2 star rating on Google, Skipper Canteen is one of the highest rated restaurants in the Magic Kingdom. But is it worth the visit? Today, I'll be taste testing a ton of the menu so I can let you know. Skipper Canteen is a Jungle Cruise themed restaurant in Adventureland serving tropical cuisine. Over the years, they've changed the menu quite a bit, and it hasn't been for the better. I haven't dined here in well over a year, so we're gonna see if things have changed. And to my surprise, today I've been seated in the Jungle Room, also known as the Falls Family Parlor. Here at Skipper Canteen, there are 3 different dining rooms you can sit in. Usually, I'm seated in the main dining room, which is also known as the Crew Mess Hall. The Crew Mess Hall is the main dining room that you see when you first enter the restaurant, but there are also 2 smaller dining rooms located towards the back. These other 2 rooms are way smaller and also a bit darker, which is kind of nice coming from the hot sun outside. And I was so surprised when I got seated in this room because I have never gotten the opportunity to sit here. I don't think I've ever sat in one of the 2 smaller rooms. I always end up in the mess hall in the main dining area. So it's kind of cool to be seated back here today. I really love all the details from the Falls family, especially these lamps with the birds on them. They are so cool. It kind of reminds me of the Tiki Room a little bit. But now that we're settled in, I want to show you guys this menu. As soon as you open up the menu on the left, you'll see our beverages and our specialty cocktails. Now this is a sit-down restaurant in Magic, so they do have some alcoholic cocktails that you can choose from. They have a margarita, a coconut mango cocktail, and the Jungle Bird. They also have some non-alcoholic beverages listed right over here, and I've got my eye on that one for a little bit later, I think. They have some wine, some beer to choose from as well, and on to the good stuff, the food. There are a bunch of appetizers. I've tried a lot of them, and they are all very good. They have a seasonal soup here. These, I think they're pronounced Cachapas. I've never had them before, though. They have a tuna appetizer, which I believe is fairly new within the last year or so. It wasn't here when I was here last, at least. They also have a salad and the Falls family falafel. Onto our entrees over here, they have this steak. I've never tried their steak here. Maybe today is the day. Their catch of the day tier today is not piranha. It is, in fact, swordfish, but it honestly sounds delicious. Of course, we have the taste like chicken because it is, the char siu pork. They also have a noodle bowl, a veggie crew stew, and some duck fried rice. So as you can see, this menu takes a little bit of an Asian twist, and in terms of dining in the Magic Kingdom, this is definitely the most unique menu. Previously, my favorite thing to order from Skipper Canteen was the taste like chicken because it is. It's almost like an Asian style fried chicken, and it was always so good. But within the past couple of years, they've changed it up, and I haven't quite found an entree that I really like here, so I haven't been coming here as much. But hopefully we find some good stuff today, and we're gonna start off with a little beverage, the coconut mango cocktail. This has coconut rum, a vanilla vodka, mango puree, coconut milk, simple syrup, and a coconut foam for $15.50. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna feel about this drink here. I wanted to order it because I love mango flavored things. Mango is my favorite fruit. However, it sounds like it might be really sweet, so I'm a little worried about that. But look at that cold foam on there. Sounds good, as long as it's not too sweet. I actually really like this drink here. The mango juice tastes super fresh. It's a little bit thick as well, and the sweetness from that mango juice is cut nicely because there's a good amount of alcohol in here, actually. We have that coconut rum and vanilla vodka in here, which makes this a pretty strong drink. 2 types of liquor. The coconut cold foam on top ties everything together nicely. It's fresh, refreshing, strong, and really good. I actually think I like this mixed drink here better than most of the drinks that they serve at the Beacon Barrel. Now that we've got our drink here, it's on to appetizers, and usually when I dine at Skipper Canteen, I go for the same appetizer every time, the secret menu Brazilian cheesy bread, although I'm not really sure how much of a secret menu item it is these days. Everyone knows about it. Your server will let you know about it. It's not on the physical menu, so I guess it is a secret menu item, but it is so delicious, and it's my go-to appetizer here. However, Today I'm going to try 3 new to me things, including the seasonal soup, which I heard is a potato soup, so I'm very excited for that. This is the Lost and Found soup, which is a chef's seasonal soup for $10 a bowl. Last time I dined here, I actually tried their seasonal soup, and it was more of like a carrot ginger soup, and I really was not a fan of it. So when I heard they actually changed it up and they have a potato soup, I got so excited. My server let me know that there's some crushed avocado, some corn kernels, some Fresno peppers, and a little bit of like a cheesiness to the soup, which all sounds really good to me. And it's very thick. It's a very thick soup. Okay, we got a little corn in there as well. I'm not really quite sure how I feel about this soup, and that's mainly because I don't think it tastes like potato soup at all. In my opinion, this tastes like a mixture of 3 things. It tastes like a mix of chicken tortilla soup, of tomato soup, and of nacho cheese, but not like a homemade queso or anything. It tastes like a bag of plastic nacho cheese. It's not spicy at all unless you get a bite with that Fresno pepper, and I do like the avocado in there. I also really like that crunchy corn to add a little bit of texture. You guys know I love a crunch with every dish that I eat, and the corn in here is like a different kind of soup topping that's crunchy, so it's really good. But the actual soup itself, not the biggest fan. I just feel like I'm eating nacho cheese, and it's so thick too. Like, this is a really thick soup. With it being 100 degrees outside today, I also don't know how I would fare eating this bowl of thick soup here, but it's better than the carrot ginger one that they had previously. I just don't know about the potato part. If this was on the menu again next time I came back, I would not order it. However, I'm glad I tried it. Maybe I'd order it if it was winter and not 105 degrees outside. So on to the cachapas, which are house-made corn cachapas with sofrito braised pork, grilled corn salsa, queso fresco, and avocado crema for $15. $15 for this is quite a bit of money. There's 3 on the plate, so that comes out to $5 a piece. And they are tiny. There's a good mound of pork on top of each of them, but in general, they are quite tiny. Now, you can get something similar over in Animal Kingdom for less money, and I believe it's probably like a way bigger portion. They have a pulled pork arepa over there, which is pretty good. So I'm curious to see how this is kind of gonna stack up. We're just eating a lot of corn today. We had the corn in the soup. Now we've got corn cakes topped with corn, pork. I can't even lift this up. It smells really good, I'll tell you that. Let's try it out. These are cheesy, juicy, a little sweet from that corn, and they have a great kick to them. These are like a little flavor explosion. They have so much going on, but all of those flavors work so well together. Let's start with the pork. The pork is so delicious and has a lot of flavor going on in itself. It has a great kick. It's pretty spicy, which I really like. It's also very lime citrus forward. There's a great citrus kind of flavor going on. Like I said, there's a good mound of pork on each of these, so it's definitely plenty to kind of snack on here. And that pork is definitely the highlight. It is so good. And then you get the corn cake, which is really nice and sweet and very soft. It tastes just like a corn pancake. It pairs really nicely with the pork. It's topped with all of that cheese. It's really good. I gotta be honest, this has a lot of flavor for a Magic Kingdom dish, so I'm pretty surprised by that. I feel like this is the perfect appetizer to get if you have 2 or 3 people in your party. If you have 4, it might be a little difficult cutting these in half here, but they're really good. I would definitely order them again. They might even be better than that Brazilian cheesy bread. But on to our final app, the Tiradito de Tuna. This is Togarashi spiced tuna with avocado, ají amarillo broth, lotus root chips, and corn nuts for $18. This tuna here reminds me a lot of the tuna that I get over at the boathouse because it's kind of in like a stack. We've got the avocado on the bottom and the tuna on the top. The only thing different is it's in a different kind of broth, and I'm not sure what kind of flavor this broth is going to have. Very limey. It almost tastes like a ceviche kind of like marinade. Okay, that's going to be good with the tuna here. Let's get a little bite. The tuna looks very good. Super red, looks very fresh. A little bit of that broth on there. This is really good. It totally reminds me of the tuna poke that I get over at the boathouse. That broth is so delicious. Sometimes I don't like ceviche, because it's way too citrusy for me. But I feel like this broth has like just the right amount of citrus to where I really enjoy it. The tuna is nice and fresh, not fishy at all, and that creamy avocado underneath is so good. The only thing I'll say with this dish is that I wish it came with a little like chip to kind of dip, or some type of dip. I guess you could use these lotus root chips here, so we're gonna try a bite with some of the tuna and avocado on the lotus chip. That is exactly what this dish needed. You gotta use those lotus root chips to kind of scoop up a bunch and eat it like a chip and a dip. And that's how I like to eat these kinds of things, whether it's with a wonton chip like they serve at the boathouse, or I guess a lotus root chip. I don't know if it's necessarily put on there to eat like that, but I think that's the best way. There's just not enough. We only have like 3 full chips and then a little piece of one. I need more lotus root chips to eat this, because with that crunch, it's really good. I take a lot of what I said back about the chip. I just got a bite with one of these crunchy pieces of corn, and oh my god, it tastes so good with this corn. Now I need more corn instead of lotus root chips, because I ran out of chips, so I was like, oh, let me try it with the corn. Let me tell you. So good. I know we talked about the soup maybe not being what I necessarily want to eat in the middle of the summer in Magic Kingdom, but you know what I do want to eat in the middle of summer in Magic Kingdom? This right here. This is like the perfect summer dish that I would go back for. Now we're wrapping up appetizers and my entree just arrived. I ordered the Hearty Har Char Siu pork. This has a char siu braised pork shank, scallion rice, and sesame broccolini for $32. This is not what I was expecting at all when I ordered this pork dish here. Every photo I've seen of it in the past, it's been more like a sliced pork. And I was so surprised to see more of like a pork shank here. I asked my server, and she said they started off with that sliced pork, then they kind of moved on to more of a pork chop, and they changed it a little bit and made it into this pork shank, and they added that chili garlic crunch on there. So honestly, this looks so good, and I'm so happy that I ordered this. It reminds me a lot of the pork dish that they have over at Storybook Dining at the Wilderness Lodge that I love, and if it's anything as tender as that, the bone should kind of just fall right out. Okay, it doesn't come out if I shake it, but I can tell if I grab a fork, it's going to come right off. I can tell it's tender. Okay, take 2. I have my fork here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. The bone is just coming off clean. That is exactly what you want to see. And this is seasoned what looks to be very well, that the bone has kind of actually changed colors. And I could smell all of the like Szechuan peppers from that chili oil and stuff. And this is exactly what you want to see from a pork dish like this. So let's grab a piece of this pork. Yeah, it just falls right apart. Man, this looks so good. Well, I think I can officially say I found my new favorite entree at Skipper Canteen. I finally found an entree to replace my old favorite, the chicken. This is the 3rd version that they've had of this dish, and I don't understand how one of them could have been better. This is the perfect low, slow cooked pork shank there. It is so tender. It literally melts off the bone and melts in your mouth. And that sauce, it has that like sticky char siu kind of flavor, but also with a good amount of, I taste like Szechuan peppers in there. It doesn't taste like a traditional chili oil, it tastes like Szechuan peppers. And it is so good. It's just coating the pork. It's seasoned so well. And like I said, that bone has changed to be like red and just covered in the same seasoning. And you can taste it because that seasoning and the sauce has kind of penetrated all throughout the pork, and it is so good. I also love those like little bits of the end there that are a little crisp. This is delicious. I also have a feeling that it's going to pair perfectly with the scallion rice that we have on the side. And I hope it has a good like scallion kind of garlic flavor. I do see some green onions there. I expected a little more flavor from this rice, if I'm being honest. Given how flavorful the pork is, I thought the rice was going to have a little bit more of like that sesame, garlic, scallion kind of flavor that you would expect from a scallion kind of rice. But it really just tastes like sticky white rice with some scallions on top. But it should still be a good vessel for our pork here. That is so dang good together. And I just tried a bite of the broccolini. Very good, very flavorful as well. Overall, I think this is a fantastic dish. And as I said, this is going to be my new go-to when I come here to Skipper's. You guys got to try this out. Well, guys, it's on to dessert. And I grabbed our dessert menu here. On the left, they have some hot beverages. I know they have a bunch of hot teas, but I'm eyeing more of this side. They have 4 different desserts you can choose from. They have this plant-based dessert, which is like a lime panna cotta. It actually sounds really good. They also have a Brigadeiro dessert, which I believe is Brazilian. Could be wrong about that though, but it sounds really good, very chocolatey. They have a malva pudding cake and this mystic treasure, which I believe I had last time. It's like a mango dessert. Last time I was here and I tried that mango cake, I really was not a fan, so I'm definitely not going for that this time. I was tempted to order that malva pudding cake because we just had a malva cake over at Chico just last week, but instead I decided to order this Brigadeiro Prestígio. This has a dark chocolate ganache tart with a coconut mousse and a salted dulce de leche for $9. It's funny because at first I was like, $9 for a dessert at Disney World? That is pretty cheap. Usually the desserts are closer to like $15, sometimes exceeding that. So $9 was cheap, but this is very, very tiny. This is like the tiniest little sliver of what looks like pie I have ever seen. Let's just try the chocolate first without that coconut. That chocolate is so rich and so thick. It's almost like just a chocolate fudge. But what I like about it is that there's some sea salt on top. And you guys know, I love my sea salt on top of a chocolatey dessert. But man, this is some rich and thick chocolate cake. And on the bottom, there's a little bit of like coconut. It tastes like Almond Joy, like the inside of an Almond Joy bar. And it actually pairs nicely with the chocolate there. But we gotta try this little section as well. With that coconut mousse, it tastes even more like an Almond Joy bar. And recently, I've been getting into more coconut flavored things, and I think I really like it. With that mousse, it kind of cuts the richness even more. If you just get the chocolate cake on its own, it's a little bit too much. But with the salt and all that coconut flavor from all the different toppings and things on the plate, it's really good. There's also like a little bit of like crunchy coconut, and I think we have like some cocoa nibs on here as well for that crunch. This is pretty good. Is it $9 good? I'm not too sure. I feel like you might be able to find some better desserts in the park, but for what it is, it's tasty. I mean, if you like Almond Joy, this is a dessert for you. Now, to go with our chocolate dessert, I decided to order the Enchanted Orange Dream, which has Dole Whip orange blended with vanilla soft serve and served with an orange candy rim for $9.75. I'm not really too sure how well this orange milkshake is going to mix with our chocolate dessert over there, but I've had my eye on this Orange Dream shake for so long. It's kind of like the citrus swirl that you could get just outside at the Sunshine Tree Terrace because they serve that orange Dole Whip and vanilla ice cream, and it's always so good. But this is basically that, but just in milkshake form. So it should be very good. I love like a creamsicle kind of vibe. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Wow, I'm so happy I ordered this. It's like the citrus swirl, but way better because you're drinking it in the air conditioning in here. It's not melting all down your arm, and you didn't have to stand in the heat in a long line to order it. You just sat down at your table, and it is totally like that citrus swirl, just in milkshake form. If you guys are from New Jersey, or if you've ever been to the Jersey Shore, and you've had Coors Brothers, this is what this is, but just in a milkshake. This is so good. Wow. After our lunch, I was walking around the restaurant, grabbing some different videos and looking at all the details on the wall, because if you weren't aware, there are a lot of nods to Disney history and a lot of nods to the Jungle Cruise in general. And there's some really cool things you can find. One of the cast members actually saw me, and she was kind enough to guide me around and show me some of her favorite hidden details. Oh yeah, I've seen this, and they have like different attractions.
Yeah. All of the stuff is like modeled after something that has to do with Disney. This one is our famous book is on this one too. This one's the Jungle Book. This one opens up the bookcase. It stays open all the time. But this one is the one that opens it up. And then this one I learned from a guest that the mine is actually the character from Tower of Terror in Japan, and these are the little windows.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then we also have over here, we have the Polar Voyage, and it's Nemo for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We have the Mystery Castle, which is Cinderella.
Oh, wow.
The Tiki, modeled after the Tiki. And then the Pirates of the Caribbean is right here too, and here, and then also in here we have like the Secret Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
Yeah, this is the sea room. Yeah.
We have like the little symbol for it right over there, and then we also have our dragons up there too, which a lot of people know about them, but a couple of them are not modeled after like a Disney character. The blue one is Genie, and then the green one is Goofy. They're modeled after Lily and Disney's old butterfly collection. And there's one moth.
Is it the one? I have no idea. Dead center. Cool.
Another thing about this booth, it's our only full booth within like the canteen, and it's table 88 for us to know, but it's 88 because there's 88 constellations and stuff like that.
Well, how cool was that? I loved hearing about all of the different books, and maybe one of these days I will be lucky enough to get to sit in that butterfly booth. And that is going to do it for our day here in Magic Kingdom. We had a great meal at Skipper Canteen. Honestly, probably the best meal I have had since COVID. I really enjoyed a lot of what I got. The pork, the cachapas, also that tuna appetizer. So good. And of course we finished off with that delicious orange dream slush. I'm so happy we were able to try some great food today, and I'm so happy I finally have a new go-to entree at Skipper Canteen. Hopefully they don't change it anytime soon. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Skipper Canteen is the best restaurant in the Magic Kingdom? Personally, I still think I'm partial to the Liberty Tree Tavern. That's still my favorite spot. I also might enjoy Tony's more these days, but it's definitely up there. Skipper Canteen has redeemed itself as a great place to dine in Magic Kingdom. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. As always, if you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.